Hello, everyone. My name is Lorraine Bardeen. I'm Vice President and CTO for Microsoft's Industry Solutions team. Now, since I don't know many of you, I thought I'd start with a little overview about who I am. I've been here for a long time, and I've had the opportunity to work on a lot of different cutting-edge technology and applying it to the needs of different people in different industries, like mixed reality, computer vision, artificial intelligence. And I've also worked on some products that touch or affect hundreds of millions or even billions of users, like Windows applications and our games. Now, more recently, I've had the opportunity to work on bringing our technologies to the specific needs of industries through Microsoft's industry clouds. And what I hope to do today is give you a little peek into some trends that are majorly affecting industries right now, and then also help you understand how your work in research, development, technologies can infuse and benefit the industries that you might serve, and also work really closely with Microsoft and our industry clouds. Microsoft recently collaborated with The Economist on a survey of 800 leaders across industries. They shared and uncovered trends that have really sped up during the pandemic. They all coalesce around one theme: speed to market. What we've learned from organizations is that the idea of driving digital transformation cannot be a long-term bet. To treat it as a long-term bet actually increases the risks that organization will face and decreases their agility. Organizations and leaders need new enabling technologies, and they need them right now. Let's take a look at those trends. In education, over 35 million new devices have been purchased during the pandemic, from elementary on through high school. However, 25% of respondents to the survey believe that there aren't enough education-specific technologies to really grow both infrastructure and access. Let's look at government. Research shows that automation and AI could save nearly 100 million hours in the US government alone. Imagine what would be possible around the world, around all governments. However, governments have some of the largest technology skill gaps today, and that gap is expected to continue over the next 3 years. 3 of 4 media and communications respondents to the research say the digital transformation has absolutely accelerated during the pandemic. They continue building digital capabilities to streamline production workflows, to optimize content discovery, and to create personalized and immersive experiences. But they're asking us to help them get there faster. In manufacturing, automation and digital twins is growing at every step in the process, with an ultimate goal of enabling lights-out manufacturing. Manufacturers also want to become leaner. They want to become more sustainable, and they want to become more flexible so they can easily predict and respond to supply and demand trends. Now, if you haven't tried to buy a car lately, especially during the pandemic, you might not be aware of this trend, but automotive was hit hard by the pandemic. Both supply and demand, but really the supply chain has really affected the ability to meet consumer preference and demand. And then beyond electric cars, the majority of consumers say they're ready for an autonomous vehicle. As a result, there's a significant skills gap in advanced technologies like autonomous software, robotic programming, and this is an industry that is really struggling to fill that skills gap. During the pandemic, the pace of e-commerce accelerated across the board. Multi-channel fulfillment really took hold for good. Retail was forced to transform, to survive, and frankly, in some ways, to really thrive during a pandemic where people were shopping from anywhere and everywhere. The biggest driver of digital transformation has been the customer experience and personalization to where they are and what they're looking for. These changes will endure beyond the pandemic. They're continuing to fuel transformation in retail. They're also going to result in significant upskilling of frontline workers in retail as they are asked to perform completely new and different tasks. What we've taken away from listening to this research and then from talking to customers and organizations on our own is that they want us to directly align our technologies and our solutions to their industry-oriented outcomes. They want us to make our solutions easier to implement. They want us to protect their data and their customers' data. They want to continue using the industry standards that they've bet on, but sometimes for years or established recently. They want us to leverage their existing investments in software, services, and technologies. Our customers expect us to understand this. They expect us to provide them building blocks or more finished solutions so they can wrap their existing systems in some new, incredibly useful technology. They also want to hear from us about our partner ecosystem. partners they can count on in their industry, partners that work closely with us to bring solutions to market that really fulfill their industry outcomes. Microsoft heard this feedback, and we decided to build industry-focused clouds. So what are these industry clouds? I often say that the number one feature of a Microsoft industry cloud is the Microsoft Cloud. That might sound sort of funny, so let me explain what I mean. What I mean is all the investments we've made from the bottom of our platform, from Azure and its ubiquitous compute at high global availability and security and scale, with Azure AI built on top of it to enable extensive use cases, on up to the developer ecosystem with GitHub and citizen developers with our Power Platform, continuing up to our end-to-end productivity software and solutions through Microsoft 365 and Teams, which has really become a workhorse of collaboration through the pandemic, through to Dynamics 365, which enables business processes, business automation, and really connecting the different departments and outcomes of an organization together. That entire platform and stack, that's our Microsoft Cloud. What we realized, collaborating with experts and with our customers, was we could do better. We could extend this Microsoft Cloud to industry-specific outcomes and scenarios. When customers work with the Microsoft Cloud right now, they do extend it for their specific industries, and that's always going to be the case to some degree, both customers themselves and working with their partners. But we can do more by providing and extending some functionality that really help those customers get up and running quickly, hitting that speed to market theme I talked about at the very beginning. So what we've done are added in these industry-specific components. Industries like healthcare, retail, financial services, manufacturing, and nonprofit. These industry-specific components include common data models, AI models, open standards and APIs, specialized applications and workflows, and essentially connectors between Microsoft products that light up certain scenarios, or between Microsoft products and third-party products. Here's just one example to make it real. The Microsoft Cloud for Healthcare is an example of one of Microsoft's industry clouds. The Healthcare Cloud brings together many Microsoft products and services, including industry-specialized components like virtual visits, managing call centers that are healthcare focused, showing dashboards with patient IoT insights, and more. In this picture right here, you can see how Teams can be used within a healthcare organization as they schedule and run virtual visits between doctor and patient. Thanks to the industry cloud, an organization in the healthcare field can be up and running so much faster, that speed to market point, than if they were building this from scratch. So to wrap this all up, here's where I see the opportunity for all of you. If you're working on a hard problem in industry, partner with Microsoft Research and the rest of us here at Microsoft. You might find that the industry clouds as a collection of investment and focus, you might find that they help you impact not only your industry, but also across industries with similar scenarios and use cases. We're so excited about the opportunity to infuse the science, the research, the development, and new technologies and partnerships with us as we take these Microsoft industry clouds to market. Thank you all very much for your time.